Hey, this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the bike. It's been almost a week and a half since I've been on the bike. I think the last time I was out was the day before Halloween. I went to visit Donut Jim. So, yeah, it got really cold. It was in the 40s. And so I wasn't going out. I figured that was the last day I'd be able to take the bike out. But nope. Got a better chance today because it's about 64 degrees right now. It's got a little bit of breeze, but it's definitely not as cold as it was when it was 54. So I decided to go back out. So I'm headed to the Prospect Heights Trail. I figured we've done the local thing as much as I can do it. And I really did want to do Bussy Woods. At this point, it's a little too far, and I figured leaves might be down over there, and I don't want to go riding too much over a lot of leaves. It's really heavily wooded over there. So I said, well, the next best thing probably would be Prospect Heights. So let's do that. It's been a while since we've been out there. So what has been happening? I mean, when you guys see the videos, it looks like it's a continuous thing, but obviously, you know, if the last video you saw was the day before Halloween, and that one just came out a couple days ago for you, I was about, I don't know, at least a week to a week and a half of videos ahead of you guys. Then, of course, I had to think about what am I going to talk about going forward if we don't have any place to ride, if it gets too cold. I still haven't made a full decision yet on that. So yeah, I was starting to panic. I was going, oh no, we're not going to have any videos. I'm used to putting out a video almost daily. So getting this opportunity is really nice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into two, because this is going to be a longer ride and it'd be too long to do it. And so we'll do this video as the ride to get there. Then the next video will be the ride when we're actually there. So we can talk about different things. You know, the whole thing with these videos, it's nice that we get to see different things as I'm talking, but you know, like somebody told me, he says it's really what you're saying rather than the actual ride when we come to see you. So yeah, I appreciate that, really, because I know that we won't be riding during the winter. At least I don't think so. And so just having something to say is probably more important. So I had taken off the batteries on my bike already. The one that was on the triangle on the frame of the bike. That's basically Velcroed on, as you know. So I had already taken that down, and of course the one that was on the rear rack, that was taken down. So today I just put the one on the rear rack, so there's nothing in the triangle of the bike. So if you looked at the bike from the side as I'm riding by, it would actually look like I'm riding a really big heavy bike with a lot of stuff on the back of my rack, but I don't think you'd be able to tell there's a battery there. Well, okay, maybe you can tell because the rear rack battery is a triangle battery too, and you can see the outline form of it. But if you didn't know what that was, you would tend to think that there was no battery on this bike, because most people look at the triangle. If the triangle has some type of battery there, they know it's an electric bike. Now, you might think, what about the hub motor on the rear tire? Well, you know, with the panniers there, it's actually kind of hard to see the hub motor sometimes. I mean, you'd have to be looking for it. So, yeah, it looks like I'm riding a regular bike today. That's okay. It feels a little funny. I mean, I'm used to some additional weight right in the middle of that thing. I wouldn't think I would feel that, but I kind of do. I mean, these batteries, I think, were like, what, 14 pounds or something like that? So it's missing that weight in the middle.
Turn left onto Alexandria Street.
Now I kind of know where I'm headed at this point. I've done this ride so many times, but I still use the map. I figure if I mess up, have the map to help me out. So how about the knees? Well, the knees seem stiffer, not being on the bike for the last week and a half or so. And today being a Monday, as I'm recording this, you guys won't see this video until to Wednesday, actually. On Sunday, I was playing on our church worship team, playing guitar, and so I was standing most of that time. If you watch the knee replacement video that came out on Tuesday, there's a link there if you want to see the performance of the worship team playing during the church service. You're welcome to. There's a link within the video of the knee replacement video.
Turn right onto North Kennebec Drive.
But yeah, I was standing the whole time, and then you know, between services, we have 2 services. You know, I tried to sit down as much as I could. But still, I was a little tired. I was hoping to actually go out on Sunday as well, but I was too tired out to do it. And I figured rather than taking the chance of falling over again by leaning to the left side, as you know, that's always a problem, I would just simply not go out. So I have today to do, maybe tomorrow also. We'll see how the weather is tomorrow and how I feel. But we'll have 2 videos out of this today, of course. Maybe more. Maybe I'll record it coming back too. We'll see. I don't know. You know, coming back, it's the same thing, but being a different perspective actually kind of looks a little different sometimes. We'll see how I feel. Let these cars behind me go ahead of me, because I got a turn in about 600 feet. So yeah, playing guitar was a good thing. I hadn't played on a worship band in about 10 years. I used to be a worship leader. Played for about 10 years at another church. And then I played like once per month at another church. And then I stopped playing altogether for about 10 years. So it's been a while since I've been back on a band. We did pretty well. Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. So, but yeah, when I got home, I felt a little tired because, you know, you get up early in the morning, take a shower, eat breakfast, go to church, and there's a practice before the service, band practice before the service. So, by the time I got back, it was probably 12 something, and I was out there by 7 already. So, yeah, I said, yeah, I'm a little tired. It's not worth taking the risk of falling. Because every time that I've fallen, the first 2 times I've fallen, I should say, was because my left leg didn't have the strength to hold me up. I said I didn't want to take that risk again. So I'm doing a combination of pedaling and throttling today, because we only have 1 battery, but the battery should give me at least 40 plus miles, and we're not going to go 40 plus miles today, so 1 battery's fine. You know, I put the hydraulic brakes on and really only got to ride it once. Okay, the day I put it on, I did a quick test ride, but that didn't count really. So I only went out the day before Halloween. The brakes are doing pretty good. Yeah, yeah, like I said, it's not a game changer, and I didn't expect it to be. You know, sometimes people put these hybrid hydraulic brakes on and they expect it's going to stop a lot faster. It doesn't. It's better. I mean, it does stop faster than the mechanical brakes, but it's not a game changer type of thing, and I didn't expect it. I just really did it so that I didn't have to keep messing with the brakes every time I took the bike out. That was more hassle than anything. Okay, let's see. Car's coming. Yes, there is. We gotta stop. Yeah, so it feels good to be back out. I really felt locked inside again for that week and a half, not going out, not doing anything, and I was like that during my knee replacement. I mean, I really couldn't go anywhere. The only place I went during my entire knee replacement time was physical therapy. Short of that, I stayed home. So it was, you know, when people said that they felt bad that they were locked down due to the pandemic, I said, you guys don't know lockdown. I was locked down before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and then nobody went out and did anything, and so yeah, it could have been almost like a year and a half. I think really, I only started really going out when I took the bike out. So that was what, April, something like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna be locked down again during the winter. Nothing to do in the Chicago area during the winter unless you want to go out in the snow, and I don't really want to do that. These are times when I kind of miss San Diego. You know, I've lived in San Diego for like 8 years. Yeah, it gets cold in San Diego too, but you're talking like 60. They consider that cold. And but there's always something to do. I mean, you could still go to SeaWorld, and you can still do a lot of the outdoor activities that San Diego people do. Yeah, you can do that the whole year. I kind of miss that. But we came back to the Chicago area because all of our family is back here, and we felt that if we stayed out there, it would just be us. So we came back. The price you pay for that is you don't get year-round activity. So I'm riding on the street. There are cars behind me. They're going faster than me, of course. They're doing 30 miles an hour at least. I'm doing around 23, roughly. Something like that. But I got to make a left-hand turn eventually. So I cannot give them the entire lane. They're probably wondering why I'm not off on the side. But if I do, I can't turn. So the guy behind me, I'm sure, is not happy. Alright, he's making his move. There he goes. Alright. So I gotta turn at this stop sign that's coming up. It looks like they, you know, they fixed this road, but they changed the, there's an actual turn lane now and stuff here. I don't think there was one here before. So I'm gonna let this car go. I'm gonna make my turn. I tell you, having the throttle really helps. It helps get you started up faster when you're from a dead stop. So if you've got an e-bike, learn to do a combination of throttle and pedal. It really does make a difference. I have been reading too lately about a lot of e-bike accidents. And it seems a lot of these accidents happen at intersections, like I mentioned before, or the fact that the bike rider is not paying that much attention. I saw one accident where the guy just slammed into a parked car. you're going 20, 25 miles an hour and you slam into a parked car, you're probably not going to survive that. So, yeah, we need to be careful. And let this guy know I'm turning left as well.
Turn left onto North Windsor Drive.
So you got to make your hand signals. You got to make sure that the driver sees you doing the hand signals so they know that you're turning. You don't want to turn into them. You don't want them turning into you. I know I say this stuff a lot, and it's probably irritating to those who know what they need to do, but I think it's still worth mentioning stuff like this. Okay, this thing is taking me to a totally different way of going. That's it. I don't think we've ever done it this way before. Yeah, I don't think so. So why did it change my
Turn right onto Palatine Road.
direction of path? This wants me to go directly on Palatine Road from here. Yeah, I guess we can still do that because we can still take this side thing. I'm just curious why it told me to get onto this road to get here. Usually it takes me another road. It's the same thing, it was just a little bit earlier, I guess. Things have changed. Yeah, things change on the maps, I guess. Sometimes that happens. I kind of forgot that the Palatine Road is kind of a divided highway. I'm on the safer part of that divided highway. Whereas to the left of me, you see there's like a median strip there, and then there's two more lanes. That's the one that goes like 45 miles an hour. I'm on the one that's doing like 30. And there's usually very few cars on this part of the road. So you're still relatively safe. I use the term relatively. Because you never know, you can still get hit by something. Alright, I see a guy that was across the way from me. On the other side, he's got one of those Jetson bikes. The ones that you can get at Costco for like, what is it, $3.99? Is that how much it is? $2.99? $3.50? I don't know, something like that. It's such a small bike, and he was such a big guy. It really looked a little strange because it looked like he was riding a mini bike. I mean, it works, not like it doesn't. You just look a little strange on it because you're so big and the bike is so small. I don't think you can get much range with that bike, and I'm sure the top speed isn't that high either. But you know, if you just want an e-bike for fun, kind of hard to beat for the price. See how fast that car's going? Gee whiz. How'd you like to be on the road with that guy? He's moved into our area. That's how they turn right, I guess, sometimes. Alright, and as you know, I am doing my best effort to do some type of stop, or at least a slowdown. Besides, I do need that car to trigger that left turn light for me. Hopefully I can get up there before the light turns. Yeah, we don't have enough metal. We can't trigger those sensors on the road. So that car there, that's going to trigger the left turn thing for me. So the guy's got his top down. He's going really fast. You know what some people do is they would take a left at the crosswalks and then take another right and then take another left. I just get into the left turn lane because legally we are able to do that. We're allowed to do that. I think some cars still not used to you doing things like that though. They're probably thinking, what's this bike guy in my lane for? They don't realize sometimes. That's a problem, you know. It's not enough driver education when it comes to drivers and bikes, I think. I think people are going to have to learn to do that because there's going to be more and more bikes out on the road. And this whole thing with them trying to get money for buying an e-bike, I think they're trying to pass something that'll give you up to 30% back if you purchase an e-bike of a certain price amount, up to a certain dollar amount, something like that. Okay, well, this thing doesn't show the turns, but I'm going to take the turn because if we don't, we're never going to be able to turn it. All right, so we are very close to the Prospect Heights Trail, so I'm going to say my goodbyes for now, but we're going to continue it on as a secondary video when we actually ride the trail. So anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, stay subscribed. Got some new things we'll be talking about eventually once I figure out what we're going to be talking about. And I'll talk to you guys next time.